Good day everyone. Today, I'm going to report what, why and how to evaluate a curriculum. So, in this lesson, there are three desired learning outcomes. First, acquire clear understanding of what curriculum evaluation is. Second, explain the need to evaluate the curriculum and how it's being done. And third, expand knowledge about different curriculum evaluation models. So curriculum evaluation is a new idea for many teachers, not knowing that every day the teacher is involved in several components of evaluation. So there are two ways of looking the curriculum evaluation. So first, curriculum evaluation is curriculum program evaluation. So it refers to the overall aspects of a curriculum as a teacher, as a subject, degree program, curriculum reform program. So some examples are curriculum development as a subject, Bachelor of Education as a degree, K-12 as a curriculum reform, so outcome-based education as a process, mother tongue-based multilingual education as a program. So program evaluation will be using program evaluation models like Bradley Effectiveness Model, Tyler's Objective-Centered Model, Staffel-Beam's CIPP Model, and Scriven's Consumer-Oriented Models. So second, curriculum evaluation is components of a curriculum program. This will cover separate evaluation of a curriculum component such as first, achieve learning outcomes, second, teaching learning process, third, instructional materials, and last, assessment of the learning outcomes. So curriculum program component evaluation refers directly to the assessment of curriculum contents and processes as implemented every day in view of the learning outcomes as either formative or summative. In the first lesson, we'll attempt to teach us how to look into curriculum evaluation from two examples, which are curriculum program evaluation using the curriculum evaluation models and curriculum evaluation of the specific component of curriculum program as the instructional materials evaluation like books or modules. So in lesson 2 will be all about curriculum evaluation in the classroom for the formative and summative assessment of the achieved learning outcomes. So curriculum evaluation. A process and a tool. Do you have a clear understanding of what curriculum evaluation is all about? It is synonymous to assessment of learning. So curriculum evaluation and analysis of the various definitions reveals that evaluation is both a process and a tool. As a process, it follows a procedures based on models and frameworks. So to get the desired results, as a tool, it will help teachers and program implementers to judge the worth and merit of the program and innovation of curricular change. For the both process and a tool, the results of evaluation will be the basis to improve curriculum. So let's look at how curricular is defined curriculum evaluation. So in the first column, the persons that define curriculum evaluation, and second is the definition. So the first persons are Ornstein and Hanskin, 1998. So they define that curriculum evaluation is a process done in order to gather data that enables one to decide whether to accept, change, eliminate the whole curriculum of a book. So the second person is Mark Mill, 1997. he defined that evaluation answers two questions. So first is, do the planned learning opportunities, programs, courses, and activities as developed and organized actually procedure desired results? And second, how can a curriculum best is improved? So third person is Gain 1985. Evaluation is to define the weaknesses and strengths as well as problems encountered in the implementation to improve the curriculum process. So it is to determine the effectiveness of the return on allocated finance. So last person that defined curriculum evaluation is Olivia 1985. It is a process of describing, obtaining, and providing useful information for judging alternatives for purposes of modifying or eliminating the curriculum. Reasons for curriculum evaluation. Why is there a need to evaluate a curriculum? So the curriculum process presented by Tyler, Taba, and others at the end of the line are cycle undergo an evaluation. All of them agree that if planning, designing, and implementing are less useful unless there is evaluation. So here are some of the specific reasons. So first, curriculum evaluation identifies the strengths and weakness of an existing curriculum that will be the basis of the intended plan, designing or implementation. So this is referred as the needs assessment. So when evaluation is done in the middle of the curriculum development, it will tell if the design or implemented curriculum can produce or is producing the desired results. This is related to monitoring. So based on some standards, curriculum evaluation will guide whether the results have equaled or exceed the standards. So thus can be labeled as success. So this is sometimes called terminal assessment. So curriculum evaluation provides information necessary for teachers, school managers, curriculum specialists for policy recommendation that will enhance achieve learning outcomes. So this is basis of decision making. In curriculum evaluation, important processes were involved such as first, needs assessment, second, monitoring, third, terminal assessment, and last is decision making. Curriculum evaluation models. So curriculum models by Ralph Tyler and Hilda Taba end with evaluation. Evaluation is a big idea that collectively tells about the value of work of something that was done. So how can a merit or worth of an aspect of a curriculum be determined? So curriculum specialists have proposed an array of models which are useful for classrooms, teachers, and practitioners. So let us look at some of these. So first curriculum evaluation model is Bradley Effectiveness Model. In 1985, Bradley wrote a handbook on curriculum leadership and development. This book provides indicators that can help measure the effectiveness of a development or written curriculum. For purposes of the classroom teachers, some of the statements were simplified. So first, you have to identify what curriculum you will evaluate. So example, elementary science curriculum, teacher education curriculum, student teaching curriculum, field study curriculum. So then find out if the curriculum you are evaluating answers yes or no. Answering yes to all the question means Good curriculum as described by Bradley. So in the first column is indicators, second descriptive question, and third column is answered by yes or no. So first, vertical curriculum continuity. Descriptive question is, does the curriculum reflect the format that enables teachers to quickly assess what is being taught in the grade or year levels below or above the current level? So example, if you are looking at the Science 5, below means you're looking for Science 4. And above means you are looking for Science 6. So second, horizontal curriculum continuity. Does the curriculum provide content and objectives that are common to all classes of the same grade level? So example, all English 10 for all first-year college student. So third is instruction based on curriculum. So our lesson plan, syllabi, course design derived from the curriculum and strategies. Are the materials used correlated with the content, objectives, and activities? So fourth is broad involvement. Is there evidence of involvement of the different curriculum stakeholder in the planning, designing, and implementation and review of the curriculum? Fifth is long-range planning. Is review cycle followed within the period of planning and implementation of the curriculum? Sixth is positive human relation. Did the initial thoughts about the curriculum come from teachers, principals, curriculum leaders, and other stakeholders? Number 7 is theory into practice. Is there clarity of vision, mission, graduation outcomes, program philosophy, learning outcomes in the curriculum? And last is plan change. Are the tangible evidence to show that the internal and external publics accept the development program? So if any of the indicators is answered with a no, action should be made to make it yes. So second curriculum evaluation model is Tyler Objective-Centered Model. Ralph Tyler in 1950 proposed a curriculum evaluation model which until now continues to influence many curriculum assessment processes. So his monograph was entitled Basic Principles of Curriculum and Instructions. In using the Tyler's model, the following curriculum components and processes are identified in curriculum evaluation. So, looking at the table, first column is curriculum elements, second, evaluation processes, and third column is action taken, answer with yes or no. So, first curriculum elements is objectives, intended learning outcomes. The evaluation process number 1 is predetermined identify intended learning outcomes or objectives. So second is situation or context. Evaluation process number 2 is identify the situation, context that gives opportunity to develop behaviors or achieve objectives. Third curriculum elements is evaluation instrument or tools. Select, modify, and construct evaluation instrument or tools. Check its objectivity, reliability, and validity. Number 4, utilization of tools. So evaluation processes number 4 is utilize the tools to obtain results. Number 5, compare the result obtained from several instruments before and after to determine the change. Number 5, analysis of results. Analyze the results obtained to determine strengths and weaknesses. Possible identify explanation about the reasons for the particular pattern. And last is utilization of results. Use the results to make the necessary modification. Using all the steps to evaluate the curriculum and obtaining all yes answer would mean the curriculum has passed the standards. Tyler's models of evaluating the curriculum is relatively easy to understand, which many teachers can follow. So first is Daniel Staffelbeam's context, input, process, product model, or the CIPP. So the CIPP model of curriculum evaluation was a product of the P Delta Kappa committee chaired by Daniel Staffelbeam. The model emphasized that the result of evaluation should provide data for decision making. So there are four stages of program operation. This includes first is context evaluation, second is input evaluation, three is process evaluation, and last is product evaluation. So however, any evaluator can take only one of the four stages of the focus of evaluation. So let's discuss the four stages of curriculum of the program operation. So first is the context evaluation. So assess needs and problems in the content for decision makers to determine the goals and the objectives of the program curriculum. So second is input evaluation. Assess the alternative means based on the inputs for the achievement of objectives to help decision makers to choose option for optimal means. So third is process evaluation. Monitors the process both to ensure that the means are actually being implemented and make necessary modification. And last is product evaluation. So it compares actual ends with intended ends and leads to a series of recycling decisions. For all the four stages, the 6 steps are suggested. So in the table, the first column is stages of the CIPP model and second column is the steps taken in all stages. So number 1 stages of the CIPP models is context evaluation. So the step taken, first step is identify the kind of decision to be made. So second step is identify the kinds of data to make the decisions. So second stage of the CIPP model is input evaluation. The third step is collect the data needed. And fourth is establish the criteria to determine quality of data. The fourth stages of the CIPP model is the production evaluation. So step taken in all the stages. Step 5 is analyze database on the criteria, and step 6 is organize needed information needed for decision makers. So second is take responsive model. Responsive model is oriented more directly to program activities than program intents. Evaluation focuses more on the activities rather than intended or purposes. So Robert State, 1975, recommended for the following step to the curriculum evaluator. So in the table, the curriculum evaluator follows the step below. So step 1, meets with stakeholders to identify their perspective and intentions regarding curriculum evaluation. Step 2, draw the step 1 documents to determine the scope of the evaluation. Third step is observes the curriculum closely to identify the intended sense of implementation and any deviation from announced intents. So fourth step is identifies the state real purposes of the program and the various audience. So fifth step is identifies the problems of the curriculum evaluation at the hand and identifies an evaluation design with the need data. Step 6, select the means needed to collect data or information. Step 7, implements the data collection procedure. Step 8, organize the information into teams. So step 9 is decides with stakeholders the most appropriate formats for the report. Next one is Scriben consumer-oriented evaluation. Michael Scriben in 1967 introduced this evaluation among many others when education products flooded the market. So consumers of educational products which are needed to support an implemented curriculum often use consumer-oriented evaluation. So these products are used in school which require a purchasing decision. These products include textbooks, modules, educational technology like softwares, and other instructional materials. Even teachers and schools themselves nowadays write and produce the materials for their own purposes. So consumer-oriented evaluation uses criteria and checklists as tool
for either formative or summative evaluation purposes. The use of criteria and checklists was proposed by Scriven for adaptation by educational evaluators.
So this is the instructional material review form adapted from Marvin Patterson, Florida State University, USA. So in the first column is preliminary information, includes the title, authors, publisher, copyright date, and material evaluator. In the second column is recommendation, includes the retain for further review and reject or comments.
Plus means yes or good quality. So 0 means alright but not good quality. Minus means no or poor quality. And NA means AN means not applicable.
So first criteria is content covers a significant portion of the course competencies. Second criteria, contents are up to date. Third, reading level is appropriate for most students who will use the materials. Fourth is intended learning outcomes, competencies are stated. Fifth, formative and summative assessment are included. Number 6, activities are varied to meet the needs of students. 7, teacher's guide is included with the management suggestions. Number 8, materials are presented in logical order. Number 9, learning outcomes, competencies, and or tasks. Number 10, degree of match between learning activities and intended learning outcomes. Number 11, quality of test, items and degree of match with intended learning outcomes. Number 12, quality of direction on how students will process through the materials. Number 13, quality of drawings, photographs, and or other materials. Number 14, overall designs of the learning activities for individual instructions. Number 15, quality of management procedures for teachers. And last is optional or least course map competencies covered by the instructional material. Using the checklist for instructional material review or evaluation may help any curricularist make a decision as which textbooks modules, or any instructional support material will be used, revised, modified, and rejected. A simple way of curriculum evaluation process. For a very simple and practical way of curriculum evaluation, responding to the following question will provide a evaluation data for curriculum decision, just as the following question and any no answers to an item will indicate a need for a serious curriculum evaluation process. So the first question, does the curriculum emphasize learning outcomes? Second, does the implemented curriculum require less demands? Third, can this curriculum be applied to any particular levels? Kindergarten, elementary, secondary, and tertiary levels. Number 4, can the curriculum aspect of assess as written, taught, supported, tested, and learned? Number 5, does the curriculum include formative assessment? Number 6, does the curriculum include summative assessment? Number 7, does the curriculum provide quantitative method of assessment? Number 8, does the curriculum provide for the qualitative methods of assessment? Number 9, can the curriculum provide the data needed for decision making? And last are the finding of evaluation available to stakeholders? Whatever models of curriculum evaluation to be used, a simple way of curriculum evaluation process 1983 suggests the following step. So step in conducting a curriculum evaluation. First column are the steps. Second is what to consider. So first step, identifying primary audience. So curriculum program sponsors, managers, and administrators, school heads, participants, teachers and students, content specialists, other stakeholders. So step 2 is identifying critical issues or problem. What to consider is are outcomes expected, desired, intended, the process, or the implementation, and resource or inputs. So third step is identifying data source. What to consider is people, teachers, students, parents, curriculum, developers, existing documents, available records, and evaluation student. Number 4 step is identifying techniques for collecting data. So what to consider: standardized tests, informal tests, samples of student work, interviews, participant observation, checklist, anecdotal records. So number 5 step is identifying established standards and criteria. So standards provide set by agency, DepEd, CHED, professional organization. Number 6, identify techniques in data analysis. So content analysis, process analysis, statistics, comparison, evaluation process. Number 7, preparing evaluation report. What to consider is written, oral, process, final summary, descriptive, graphic, evaluative, and judgmental, list of recommendation. So last step is preparing modes of display. So what to consider is case studies, test score summary, testimonies, multimedia representation, product display or exhibits, technical report. So the steps are easy to follow. Begin thinking of how curriculum evaluation will proceed in finding out if there is a need to modify, enhance, or continue with the implementation of the curriculum After all, the main purpose of evaluation is to improve the existing condition so that it would be benefit the students. Take action. Activity 1. Making a simple rapid curriculum evaluation. First, choose an existing curriculum in elementary, secondary, or college. Second, interview the teacher who is using such curriculum. Third, using the identified questions, make a rapid evaluation. Fourth, fill up the matrix with the answer given by interview teacher. In the top matrix, questions to be answered based on the evaluation. First, does the curriculum emphasize learning outcomes? Yes or no? Second, does the implemented curriculum require less demands? Yes or no? Can this curriculum be applied to any particular level? Kindergarten, elementary, secondary, tertiary. Write the letters of the answer that is applicable. Fourth, which of the curriculum aspect can be assessed? A. Written, B. Thought, C. Supported, D. Tested, and E. Learned curriculum. Write the letter or letters of your answer. 5. Does the curriculum include formative assessment? 6. Does the curriculum include summative assessment? And last, can the curriculum provide information needed for decision making? In Activity 2, let us try be a curriculum material evaluator. First, you are asked by your principal to review a book for a decision. Second, get a book in elementary or high school. This book is curriculum product. Third, use a consumer-oriented evaluation approach by Scriven and adaptive from the original work of Marvin Patterson shown above. Fourth, make a matrix similar that Marvin Patterson. Fifth, review the whole textbook from cover to cover and reflect your answer on the matrix itself. 6. What are your major comments? 7. What decision would you like to recommend it to your principal? Self-check. Self-reflect. Reflect on your current and past experiences and the different curricula you went through from time you entered the school up to the present. Pause from some moments and read the I wonder if incomplete sentences. Based on your reflection, choose one number and write your answer on the box provided the based on your response on I wonder if complete the sentence I think